Oh, good. Oh, good. I think I hit record. Did I do
Okay.
it?
Yeah. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Ugly Couch Show. We got Dark Ginger. I'm Jonnyizz, and today's episode is about where to begin with kink. Where to get started. What the freaking heck's going on? So we're going to talk about some interesting stuff of where we got started, as well as where are some interesting places for y'all to go take a look. You ready, Ginger?
I just, I usually do the intros, but damn, that's all, folks. Like, that was beautiful. I'm used to doing the intro, and that was. I hear
So,
that so loudly in my head. You have to understand that. Yeah, hi. Welcome to the Weird Ugly Couch podcast. This is my best friend and who runs the show. It's that's all, folks. It's Johnny.
so,
We're talking about how we got into the kink world. So yeah, I'm sorry. I
so
messed up your intro. My bad.
it's already done. Dumpster
It was
fire.
already done. Been there,
This
done
is always a
that.
dumpster fire. But we can't ever stop watching it. It's like a dumpster fire. You can never watch. You cannot walk away. It's like
Can't
it's just
stop, won't
too
stop.
interesting.
Yeah.
So before we ever get into if you're trying to get into kink, you've heard Dark Ginger say
Are
anyone's
we
done
already
soft
doing
interviews with
it?
the two
Are
of
we
us.
already doing it?
Yes, yes, yes,
What, are you gonna say it?
yes. So one thing we recommend, and we both done it multiple times, and we highly recommend you do it. At least once a year. At least once a year. You don't have to do it every few months, but at least once a year. We recommend to go to bdsmtest.org, and there's two versions. There's a quick version and there's a long version. If you want to do quick laugh, do the quick version. But if you really want to actually understand where you in this kink world, I highly recommend the long version. Take your time. It's a good little thing to see how you and your partner match out, because honestly, you'll be amazed with some of the stuff. For example, when you guys log on to FET and you type in my screen name, Ginger will have it tagged in the below, you'll see mine and it says I'm 100% Switch. Now, when I first took it, it said I was like 98% Switch. Like nothing was, like the first time I took it, nothing was 100%. And it covers a whole bunch of kinks: pet, slave, primal, prey, hunter, top, bottom, dominant, sub, rope, bunny. And so highly recommend you go take it. I know I've done it at least 3 or 4 times. I know Ginger does hers every 4 months. Ginger, turn the mic on.
Sorry.
Bub.
I was looking at my results to see that, 'cause I do take it every 6 months, because the last time I took the results, I took the test, I was 100% rope bunny, which I've never done rope play before, and
Neither have I, actually.
I know, and that was very fascinating to talk. Who was it that we talked to today?
Oh, there's
Actually,
we
there's
had
two women today that were
yeah, we
all
had
about rope stuff.
we had our most recent, our two earlier or mid soft interviews we did.
Yeah, and it was beautiful. And
So
yes, so please go to bdsmtest.org. One day they'll sponsor us. Please, we're begging you. I'll keep throwing this out, and
two
Johnny will help
emails.
you with us. Please respond to our emails.
So, but
Please
yeah,
get back to us.
it's a great starting point, folks. I mean, there's other tests I've taken, and in all honesty, there's one I've taken. It shows a nice little pretty picture of a visual graph, which is all fine and dandy. But in my opinion, the BDSM test gives you a much better read on who you are as an individual for kink. So take that as real, take it as a grain of salt, but highly recommended. If you're on FET, like I lot of people who do it, and
Okay, hold on.
honestly,
I
it
have to
can
make sure
take you
that my door
anywhere.
is unlocked so my boyfriend can come in when he gets home. Sorry, everyone. It's just kind of traditional that I do weird shit like this. Hold on. But Johnny will
All
tell you
right.
the rest of the information.
Yeah. So, like I said, highly recommend it. Take the test. The graphics ones are okay, but this one gives you much better results of where you stand. And it's kind of interesting. It can take you anywhere from about 10 minutes to about 25, 30 minutes. I'm gonna say, just because the way some of these questions are worded, yeah, times, and in all honesty, try not to do it on your phone because it is a lot harder reading that small text than
Do
doing it
people
on
really do
computer.
it on their phones? That's
I
insane.
I've tested a couple times on my phone and I regret it.
Oh no, because you have to like be able to like. So I talk a lot about how I like doing the tests with stuff with stuff. Oh my god, how insensitive am I with people?
Well, okay, if we're staying to non-binary or gender neutral or all that, I mean,
I call them stuff
stuff
though.
could stuff
No,
could work, but we're not
no.
actually going there.
I actually had like
I'm not
a
saying
that
rag on
like
me.
I
I'm just a side note. I was saying for the viewers.
oh yeah no for I got blessed this past week even though I'd lost my voice and whatnot that I was blessed to like actually like help two people this week do the test and I thought it was
Nice.
really awesome and I couldn't talk but I did my best because I I found this app and it helped me talk and stuff and I really appreciate it and I like to put people in certain scenarios of how because some of the questions are vague they really are and it's stupid and I don't know who came up with these questions uh but we obviously are not like all over the place we don't play roles and whatnot because the kink world is so open
It's
and
massive. It's
it's insane
massive.
and how we get introduced to it which oh my god I love this fucking segue that I just made.
There's it.
Wow, that was I could not have done that without you. I literally I looked so dead hard in the corner of my eye and I have such a winged eye right now for my eyeliner. I was like, "You like that?" I was like, "Thank you." And you didn't even say anything.
Well,
Because everyone gets introduced into the kink world so differently.
oh, absolutely. So the way I got started, of course, I was in like my high school years. Got started with like the cam scene. Number of them. I don't remember the early ones because you know it's been a while, but like e- my free cams, chatterbait, ManyVids has its own, and half a billion others out there.
Yeah, and we heard
Um,
a lot of like other like streams too today because we had our one of our soft interviews and she told us a lot of other sites.
yeah, yeah, and there's some that I've been on that I just don't name of at all because but that's a whole nother story, neither here nor there. Um, but that's where I got started, and it was just sort of, you know, you see all this stuff on whatever site you're on, and you get curious about it, so you start going down that rabbit hole, so to speak. And that's where I got started, and eventually, by the time I graduated college, out of the college world and all that, that's when I start really sort of diving in myself personally and into this kink, that kink, and whole bunch of others. And
So wait,
you know,
hold on. Before this, what was like, what was like the thing that like first that you felt was kinky? Like, because everyone's like, monogamous, and they're like, oh, like you just put your penis in a vagina and that's sex. So what
Well,
was like the
it,
one thing that like you were like, oh, this might be out of the norm?
um, well, before I ever had sex, it was actually diving into like the role play and the JOI stuff and some of that stuff. That's where it started, and then it sort of eventually started growing and curiosity. And there are certain like hard limits or turn off ones, just because like I can actually feel my body like shutting off on some of them. So like super aggressive CNC really can that is border that is so realistic it's almost borderline illegal. We'll say I can actually feel my body like turn off, like, and I actually have like, or if it's like a cheating type of thing that some
Right,
people are
because
into.
like, because your intro to kink started off because you and I are the same age,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
your intro to kink was way later than mine was.
Well, I mine was probably around like when I started actually practicing was later, but when I actually first started getting into it, I was probably like mid-teens. Like start really getting just starting getting into it and start like
Just
that
really
stuff.
masturbating really hard to porn because you watch more porn. Actually, I think you're the only person that I can admit that you watch more porn than I do. Because I watch more
I
porn. It's always my favorite saying that I watch more porn. Sorry if anyone legally doesn't want to sponsor this fucking podcast. It's fine. I watch more porn than your average 13-year-old like child. Because I really do. I watch porn every day. And I masturbate the
okay.
fuck hard out of it.
Okay, how long do you watch? Let's start with that.
If you compilate it all together, about 6 hours.
Yeah, in this probably like overall like time frame wise, I
Yeah.
probably have a little bit more than you,
Dude, fucking
but
one me up. I don't fucking care. I'll give you that turtle. It's cool.
but it's like nowadays it's probably, well, I'm not doing stuff for the podcast. Let me clarify, because that I'm not,
We're,
but
we're Johnny, we're not following our podcast segment at all.
eh, but well, no, it's probably maybe in compilation.
Oh yeah. I'll skip
I'll
around. But okay, so real
maybe
quick.
2 hours a week.
Two, 2 hours, that's it?
Well, okay, that's an average.
That's average? Oh no. Listen,
I
everyone,
mean,
I love porn. I love
there are some
no,
days it's much longer, and other days it's much less. It just, you know, I don't got the time. It's like get done,
well,
get
yeah,
going,
yeah,
and
no, for sure. Everyone has a life and stuff, and this is just what I do. Um, but fuck, 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 fuck. I can finally swear, fuck, 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 fuck.
we you were swearing be 4 or 5 minutes, so you're
No, I literally have a timer. It's right here.
so. But where did you get started?
I hate this because this is now going to be the third time that I'm put on blast. Johnny, you can't do that laugh. Have I ever told you this story?
Probably not. I honestly don't know which story you're going with. There's so many I can't keep
Well,
track of it anymore.
how I got into the kink world. So I lost my virginity at 13 years old to an amazing Indian guy. Like he was my best friend, and I loved him to death. He has such a beautiful family now. He has a kid. I think he has a second one now, maybe. Super
Love it though.
awesome. Yeah, I know, right? And I would never change that for the world. And I knew the second that I had sex with him on his grandma's bed
There's
that
a
I
nice image for grandma.
so we had sex and it lasted for maybe a minute and a half. And I just remember him running to the bathroom, which thankfully was like maybe 10 feet away, with his like pants down at his ankles to the bathroom to like finish up. And I was like, oh, good. I had sex. And I was like, the vanilla life is not for me. It's not going to happen. Because I was very like sexually like educated, because most people, they grow up with, who told you that? Did you ever have the sex talk with anyone?
So my dad was. So here's that's actually a funny story for me. So in the what is it? Third, fourth grade, fifth grade, something like that. My school decided to do this sort of thing, and it pissed my dad off because he actually planned this big camping trip with just me and him, and he wanted to do this. He had this whole big, huge thing planned where the two of us go on a camping trip, and he does a talk with me. Yeah, that so it got busted because now I'm in my elementary school with my mom, my dad, my one of my best friends, and his parents, and it's like, and all my classmates, all their parents. You want to talk about awkward? Oh man, it was awkward as hell. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. It's just like the most awkward thing having that talk with pizza and everything. And everyone's just like, and of course they have the old school big TV boxes that are on the cart that are strapped down with the VCR player. Oh yeah, yeah, that was that one. It was awkward.
Yeah, see, with me, my sex talk was with my aunt and uncle. And I was 7 years old. And I remember sitting on my cute little twin mattress bed in Gilbert, Arizona. And they were like, so mommy and daddy are not going to tell you this stuff. And I was like, okay, tell me. And I was like super innocent. Like I was just playing with my Polly Pockets. And my sister had just became Godzilla and destroyed all of them. So they're like, oh no, we have to distract her. So we're going to put her in a serious talk. And I was like, okay, great. And then 5 years later, I lost my virginity, and here we are, fucking sick.
Uh,
But what got me into the kink world to go on that journey is, I never thought that I was vanilla at all. I've never claimed it. I actually really don't like vanilla ice cream. Do you?
if it's only with in Neapolitan, or it's the vanilla ice, the little cups that you used to get with the wood spoons with the chocolate swirl.
Have we
Only time
have
I can
we
do it.
have we ever talked? You and I've never talked about that, right?
Actually, about the ice cream, yeah, we
But no,
both talked about
that is the
really
only
like
time I want
vanilla.
to eat vanilla ice cream, is out of like, it has like the little like
The
weird.
little cup with the wood spoon and the chocolate swirl. Yeah. Mhm.
Johnny, you and I missed out
Yeah.
so much on each other. So
No, no,
much.
we're like no. So,
That is
but
the
yeah,
best way. Or like, so I've been watching a lot of like there's a show on, I think it's on Paramount Plus, about how America became. And it's like now we're at this like episode, like this season, like how America became, and it's like all about the food and stuff.
oh nice.
And Dairy Queen, when you get a good like half
Blizzard.
and half, well, Blizzard's great, but when you get half and half, because they invented that somehow, I don't know why.
they don't make it anymore, which is.
They don't make it anymore.
And honestly, yeah, we're just gonna move on. Just
Johnny,
keep
we're
it
so
moving.
mad. We're so mad.
Mhm.
So, Johnny, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to trigger you. I don't remember where we're going.
I don't know where the hell you went. This is so we're going. So let's just get out of this rabbit hole.
So, going through the kink world, I'm getting into it. I literally did just like fall into rabbit hole. I had my ex-fiance, bless his fucking soul. I'm so sorry, honey, that you lost both your balls due to cancer. He really did. He doesn't have balls anymore.
Wow. Well, at least they got implants
He
for that
produced
to make you at least feel a little better.
he produced 2 beautiful children. So, Mark, if you ever see this, I love you. Congrats. I'm sure you won't watch this, but it's cool. But he was the one that actually turned me to the site on FetLife. He was like, "You should check it out, baby," and I was like, "Okay." I didn't think I was like into the kink world because I thought
So
I always talk about like how I was like I'm pretty dominant. Could you imagine me being dominant?
that's my reaction.
I could dom you.
Bullshit.
Hey, Johnny, suck my titties.
Bite me.
Bet.
See that right there when you said bet that you're not dominant.
No. But it's so funny to like because FetLife, please again, FetLife could sponsor us too because we love you so much, even though you're so
Definitely.
controversial. But I like that controversy shit.
Is it FetLife that's controversial, or some of the people on it?
Oh, the people. It's like Twitter.
So,
It's
but that's
garbage because we've already
well.
gone through that.
Oh, we've had this
But
discussion.
we're not gonna bring that up on
No,
this.
no, no, no,
No.
no,
But she
no,
knows
no.
who she is,
No.
and fuck you for ever doing that to us. Don't ever threaten us again. Fuck you. I already got my lawyer on that shit.
Oh, cool. So, but that's a whole nother story, folks. That we'll never discuss on.
That's all,
So
folks.
if you ask, the answer is fuck no.
Fuck.
All right. But so the way
Yeah, I want to hear
I
your
got started.
intro.
So my intro started off through old school.
Because you started
For
off way
us
later in the
is
kink world than I did.
well, I started off like participating in the kink world later. I started off going through Craigslist actually, and Kick.
Oh my god, Craigslist was oh yeah, we've talked about this. It was so much fun.
So for those who don't know,
One time there was a
Craigslist.
Craigslist.
No, it's still around actually.
I
It's still
know,
around.
but like no one's on
But
Craigslist anymore. They look at Facebook Marketplace. I'm like, no, go to Craigslist.
well, no, depends on the age of the person. But Craigslist had a point where you could, meet people and all this stuff. And what got that portion of Craigslist shut down was you had a lot of people of the night, we'll call them, posting on there, and it'd be like, oh, 5 roses, 10 roses, diamond ring, whatever. Well, it actually made the news eventually. The roses or diamond rings was actually how much you're gonna be paying. And I actually got started
I
with
forgot that was such a thing. That was like, if you saw that kind of emoji, you could relate that to the
right.
dollar. Oh my goodness, what a time that was.
And I actually found a Kick group through there. So I started talking to people back and forth, and I didn't lose my virginity in my a lot later than most people, until I was like in my early to mid 20s. And it was just because I was so focused on school and whatnot, things some things take priority, but so that was sort of my first intro when I started participating, but earlier when I actually had the stripper girlfriend when I was 18. So it's sort of like a twofold depending on where you
Wait,
start.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You had a
yeah,
stripper girlfriend?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
Regret
right,
that one.
y'all don't know. This is Jonnyizz, and he's my manager. And holy fuck, I didn't know you had a stripper girlfriend.
Yeah, yeah, I got. Yeah, yeah. I can tell you what club she used to work at and her former
Fuck up everything because I have to make
and
a
her
new
state.
tweet. You had a stripper girlfriend.
Yeah, yes, I did.
Okay, tell the story.
So,
Because I want to
so
hear.
I, so 18, young, dumb, and full of cum. Um,
Oh my god, I'm wet.
to what else is new? I can get you like that in like 2 seconds. But walk into one of the strip clubs in the Seattle area. And for those who don't know, any strip clubs in Washington, I can say, do not serve any ounce of alcohol or food. So don't go in there looking to get drunk or anything like that. Met a few actually, and it was between her and one other that I actually asked out of all things. And I regret this day because I asked her out and she said yes. And we start so, and I should have gone with the other one, but the other one, she was absolutely beautiful, long brown curly hair, beautiful body, very tall actually. Um, Probably at least as tall as me, maybe a little bit taller. She, the only thing that turned me away from her was she had twins and that she wanted to take out with us on a date. Freaked me out. But the other one, she was 23, shorter than me, with her stripper heels on. She was as tall as me, and I'm 5'9". We started dating, and her she was very beautiful. Way out of my league. Way out of my league. Don't know how I pulled that one off, but it was we dated for about a month, and when I went back to college, she just ghosted me. That was my first ever getting ghosted too. That it sucked, but C Cup Tits was into threesomes and whatnot because she actually grabbed one of her friends and and one of her friends who was a girl. They both gave me a dual lap dance for the first time, and whoo whoo yeah. So yeah, that was the first time I sort of got introduced to kink because they were kissing while they're giving me a lap dance. They did shower dances and all this stuff, and yeah. And then not till a few years later did I actually get introduced. I sort of dove back in deeper through kick and all that, and met took who I had sex with. That's a whole nother story in a nutshell. But she was heavily into it, and yeah, so that's where it started. And then what really set it off was probably we'll have this person on later um, on the podcast, but she was my first gangbang, and honest to God, that sort of was like the real kick in the ass that I need to. That was like, okay, I like this, and that sort of set me off from there.
Yeah, thank God I have my Boba Fett socks on because you just blasted me out of this world with
I
that.
know.
Um, that that is insane. Like you've never told me that story.
I don't talk about that per particular one because
Well,
she's
congrats to everyone. This is your first time hearing about this. This is Jonnyizz. He's my fucking manager, partner. I don't fucking care. Fuck off. It's real. Stop doing these spam like messages. This is us.
honest to God, I really do work with her, and she knows that I reach
He's
out to
legit.
some of y'all, and
He doesn't have an opposite mohawk anymore. We fixed it.
no, okay, that's a whole nother thing, and we'll
I
explain
know.
later.
It's just
But
it was so cute when you said that earlier. You were like, "Oh, I did have an opposite mohawk," and I was like, "Oh, you're so
no,
cute."
I didn't opposite mohawk. It looked like I had an opposite mohawk because my
No,
hair,
no.
because I have haircut I had in the dang picture.
I know.
But
that is insane. Like you
yeah.
like went through a journey to get to. So how did you find FetLife then?
So I actually found FetLife through Craigslist. So actually, I've had 2 FetLife accounts. Let me clarify that.
I know. Yeah, we've talked
So
about
the first
that.
time I had it, I got one was around 2016.
Oh, that was a bad time to join FetLife.
So it was because I met someone on Craigslist, and they're like, "Well, we only go out people who have FetLife
Yeah.
accounts." So yeah,
It was like such a like you had to have that.
And I did it, and then there's like, "Well, you have to take us out in a suit. You have to pay for all our drinks," and all. I'm like, it just seemed like really of a scam and ripoff because they wanted to go to a nice bar, do this. It's like literally like I'm shelling out hundreds to thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
It was like no. So I deleted the account, and then around 2018,
Yeah.
I back up because that's actually when Craig at that point. Around 2017, 2018 is when Craigslist started dying off. So that's when
Thank
I made
goodness.
my account, and that's actually around the same. And then about a month or two afterwards, I met you actually on there.
You found me, yeah.
And that's sort of like how, and that's a little intro to how we actually met. But we'll do a whole nother podcast on that later.
Yeah, because with finding getting the intro into the kink world, it's never going to be this like a same story ever.
Oh no, everyone has totally different stories,
and it's beautiful, and the fact that we could finally find a place, because I've been on FetLife, and it was beautiful that we were talking earlier with someone that has been on there longer than I have, about being on something like FetLife, because it definitely has changed so much.
Oh, it has.
And I love FetLife.
I've been on it.
And if you're watching this and if you've never been on FetLife, it's a kinky like Facebook. It's great. Facebook's gonna die out in a year now.
Maybe we'll see.
Oh yeah. Facebook, Elon Musk is gonna buy it up just like he did with Twitter. So it's gonna be fucking fantastic.
Nope.
I'm super excited.
He won't be able to. He won't be able to because
he can't afford it because
monopoly rules. Because of monopoly laws.
I know.
Monopoly laws that he'll get into issues.
We'll get into that soon.
No, that's a whole political thing we don't even want to bring up.
Yeah, no, we'll talk about that later. But
okay,
if you can, well, Johnny, you and I love you so much. There's a reason why you and I work so well together. But stop it! You can't do that giggle. I have to post this tonight. And your giggles are gonna get me like copyrighted. They're gonna be like, oh, well, it sounds like Robin Williams. Like, he's dead, so I can't. And he does the same.
Legend.
I know. So you have the same giggle as Robin Williams.
Didn't know that, but
that's actually. Have you never been told that?
No, I've never been told that.
Oh yeah, no, you have the same laugh, like the little, like that little, like that's Robin Williams' laugh.
That's always been like my little giggle laugh thing. That's always been me since I was a kid.
I can't wait. Wait, hold on. I'm prefacing this too much.
3,
I can't. 2, 1. I can't wait.
And folks,
Somehow.
if you're wondering, this is really how we are even off cam. Yes, I make her turn red. I make her snore. I really made her red to the point she almost matched her hair that her pants are turning red today.
Oh, you can't tell warm pants. No, it's just it get. Oh fuck! I lost my tracker. Oh, God, my brain. It's so fucked up. What was I talking
Well,
about?
we've had a long day. You were talking about my giggle as Robin Williams.
I know. So what was I talking?
I don't know where you're going with it, but so like we said, everybody's journey getting into this world.
Yeah,
There's
we
no
didn't
such
even
thing
get to
as
the end of
vanilla.
mine because the thing is, sorry, I have a hair in my mouth. I'm probably my dogs. I love my dogs so much. Ella, you have not even shown your presence on this.
Oh,
You're
like I did my presents earlier on 3 soft interviews. Leave me alone.
like you're my co-host. Can I borrow you for 1 second? Oh, she's so like splayed out.
Hey,
Oh,
Ellie Betty.
come here. Oh, you could do it. Just one podcast. Oh, because it's going
Okay, Ginger, why don't you finish yours before we run out of
there.
time?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, we are gonna run out of time. Yeah, getting into the kink world is fucking weird. And you can go back. It's okay. You were very comfortable. I'm sorry, Ella. You're beautiful. She's also like menstruating and whatnot, so it's fine. So I get it.
Focus, focus.
What? What? Because
You're
I say menstruating that I can't focus?
no, no, because now you're starting to go down a rabbit hole.
No, I know how to focus. There's a big ring light in front of me. Fucking A. Y'all can fuck off. If you don't like this podcast, hit that dislike button. Fucking tell everyone to not subscribe. Fucking, I don't care. Say the worst comments ever. I give a fuck. Wait, I don't.
Well,
Shit.
there's
I give.
one.
I give one. Oh no. Whoever gets that, good for you. I don't give a fuck. But I have DID, so I don't really care. It's mental disorder. Who gives a fuck? Johnny, why don't you close it out? Because
All right.
now you're my co-host.
Okay, so hit the like button, hit the dislike button, comment, hit the subscribe button. If you want, ring that bell like it's an orgasm because we all gotta get there at some point. So ring that sucker like you're dying. You know, we love y'all having y'all. This is the Ugly Couch. This is Darth Ginger. I'm Jonnyizz. This was about how to
Oh
get
no.
started.
Oh no,
Have
Johnny.
a good night.
Johnny, that was so beautiful, but you cut out like halfway through it.
Damn it.
That
Okay,
sounded
what
really
part did I
good.
cut out?
It sounded really good. I was so excited. Hey, you guys, this is the Ugly Couch Podcast. I'm Darth Ginger. This is Jonnyizz. That's Ella. Follow her on Instagram. We sometimes post her. Jonnyizz has his platforms. We'll make sure that the links are down below. I'm not putting my links down below because I want you to take the time to fucking find me. Do it. Like, it's so
Easier to
fucking
find than
funny.
me. You're easier to find than me.
Oh no, it's easy to find you. Do you not know that? Yeah, I could look up. So it's Jonnizz. So many
You
fucking.
misspelled it already.
What? It's no, it is.
Jonnnyizz.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
just said.
no, you skipped the
Jonnizz.
Y.
Oh
No, there's
fuck,
a
I
Y
did.
in there.
I did. Good, I'm a good like subtle comedian.
No, but see, the difference is yours is easier to find than mine because yours has your picture on it.
The fuck?
When you type in your name in FetLife, your picture comes up.
Yeah, but if you type it on Google, can't find me.
Yeah, and if you type in Chinese, you'll find a few number of different things.
Um, yeah, so I don't know the fuck what this podcast was, but it was just me and Johnny like recapping about some weird shit. and we'll keep doing this every Sunday. And
One day we'll end up doing this live where y'all can
oh yeah, we are.
send your
We're
stuff
gonna
in.
start doing a live
One
stream.
day. One
Yep.
day.
No,
Don't know when.
so we don't know when, but if you want to tune in, we're gonna do a live stream where you guys can all start like asking us questions and whatnot. Where are we gonna host that?
We have that's gonna vary. I would love, because since we do this on the YouTube right now, we're trying to find other platforms.
Right.
Where I'm thinking of is a different platform, but I'll talk to you more about off camera.
Okay.
Just because there's a little bit more detailed stuff we gotta look into, folks. It's not that I don't want to disclose it yet. It's more I like having all before I just say, yeah, we're gonna do this, and now I look like a dick.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, but I'm gonna do the closure because you did a great job. I'm gonna commend you on that. I'm gonna save that clip. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Ugly Couch podcast. This has been me, Darth Ginger, and my manager Jonnyizz. We hope you guys keep tuning in and come back to the Ugly Couch podcast, whatever the fuck this is. And we'll see you guys next time.
We really don't know. This is like a dumpster fire every night for us.
Okay, I'm still not gonna do the outro. Goodbye.